slowly trying to get into this game. Trying to hold on to the ball, crossing in. It's a deep one again. Nishibe will have no problems. He'll take that all day long. One of the bigger keepers around. Seeing as there's not much for these sides to play for. Could have a pretty nice open game, and I think that's what we've had so far. A little bit of limping already going on there from Yoshida. Doesn't look comfortable at all. Doncic using his strength really well. It's pretty congested in the midfield, and Doncic does very well again. Kawai tackled. Renatinho tries to get his way through down this left-hand channel now. The expansive shot. Okubo just finding a little bit of space. Well, he's limping as well. He just rushed that shot, didn't he? What a season he's had. 22 goals in 29 games. Incredible. When you think of all the talent on display here, the number of goals, it's a wonder that these two teams aren't further up the table. An acute angle. No hesitation to try and shoot from there for Kawai. Great ball across to him. Also a fantastic challenge, really, from Komiyama. Corner again then for Shimizu Espals. Genki Omai to take it. Well, can they lead a breakaway here? Okubo trying to do so. Oh, it's done very well indeed. Renatinho asks for the ball and gets it. Plenty of bodies in the box. Pushed back a little bit by Shimizu. About 12 passes so far, and of course as soon as I say that, then they lose possession. Perhaps a bit frustrating for Yahiro Kazama.
Kozawa rather.
Now down this right hand side.
We're looking good on the ball, has to be said. That's great work. Oh, that wasn't the right option, and that's why Kubo was a little bit annoyed with Kobayashi. But they are finding gaps, aren't they? Good work down that right hand side. Another overly expansive ball. Great atmosphere here, really is fantastic to hear this. Again, decent ball in. He's looking lively, Okubo. Foul according to the referee, by the way, Takuto Okabe. His assistants Mitsuharu Taketa, Shinichi Kabasawa, fourth official Kazuyoshi Enomoto. Well, you can hear some kind of instruction being barked out. Good turn. No penalty appeal there. Yes, you could hear go show. That was Sho Ito that Afsin Gobi was talking to. He's had a new lease of life go forward since moving back from France. Just beginning to find his way in Japanese football. Another man they're missing at the moment is Kengo Nakamura, who's contributed with 7 goals. It's a bit of a miss as well, captain of the team. This is Kawasaki Frontale I'm referring to, of course. Well, the rain is coming down now, which will make things interesting. Certainly be a tester for the goalkeepers. Don't like these kind of conditions. Can get very, very tricky for them. I'm sure there'll be instructions to shoot on target. The field looks a bit heavy anyway, not in the best of conditions. A lot of mistakes have been made down that left-hand side. Jima now. It's a good turn. Well, there were players free. Renato was there waiting. It's a bit of a waste. Yajima could have done better there. And he just apologises now. It was before this moment when he could have passed it to the Brazilian. Some chances, aren't there, Kawasaki? Careful, no Morizato. Back to the keeper. Now again, they come pouring forward. Renatinho. Oh, that was close. In no man's land between keeper and striker. Any sort of contact and you feel that would have been a goal. They're getting closer and closer, aren't they? Well, it's got just a bit quiet for Shimizu West Pulse. Offside, surely. He has been a lively customer, hasn't he? Renato, or Renatinho. Again, lots of passing. The crowd virtually olaying every ball. Happy to keep possession at the moment. No foul there. Got to watch out for a bit of payback here. Well, they can't clear their lines as far as Radoncic. Once again, they'll try to lead a counter here. Renatinho. Not many options in the box. That's a little too predictable. Radoncic wins the foul. Some others who are missing from the lineup, Sidliki Jer. He's not available. Korean. What's amazing is, as I said, almost everyone in the outfield, except for Honda, has scored a goal this season. Too much on that ball. Some of that final ball delivery at the moment, just a little lacking. Radoncic done well again, holding up the ball. That's what he's very good at doing. Got to a good position, it's well defended. Renato. Does he win the foul? No, says the referee. Oshima plays it back. They're quite comfortable to take it slowly. Oh, that's a great chance, it's missed. Still an opportunity, wonderful save. Kobayashi, perhaps, will feel he should have scored, but earlier, before that, Okubo, any connection again, as we said, and he could have scored. How close was that? Keeper did very well, but it was at the right height for him. Yajima too, and any contact would have been a goal. It is a corner. Getting closer and closer. Should be a corner now. Still trying very hard to put it away for him. The crowd asking for a goal. Will they get one now through Renatinho's corner? There was a foul there in the process. Yeah, Renatinho, what a threat he's been. Yojima falls over. Okay, that's a very decent ball. Takanobu's done well. Kumiyama. Bit of a problem here for Hideki Ishige. Again, cool as you like defending, right from the very back. Ishibe's done well there. Kenki Omai needs to step up here. He's been in a hot form, but hasn't really been too involved in this match. He's taking the corner, the small man. Doncic with a hit. That looked to be destined to go in the back of the goal. It's a great block. Probably the best shots they've had so far. Kenki Omai now receiving some treatment, or going to anyway. Here's that corner again. Neither one of them hit it cleanly. Look at that block. Otherwise, that was almost certainly going in. There's the problem that Genki Omai has. Just clashing without any malice, it must be added with Ryota Oshiwa. At the moment, they sound pretty happy, the fans. They certainly wouldn't want to be losing Genki Omai. He's up on his feet, which has got them happy. They've got, look at his knee, they can't afford to take him off. Fallen nicely. Cleared away, unconvincingly, must be added. He's moving, but not comfortably. What will they do? Take a risk? Gopi looks on frantically. He's not looking good, Genki Omai. Unconvincing for the goalkeeper. Now, what was wrong there? Frustrating times for Yoshito Kubo. They're clearing their lines, but it's not going very far. It's coming straight back at them. So Shimizu Espals need to find an outlet. That, I'm afraid, is the end for Genki Omai, and that is a big, big blow for this side. Such a key member. He's been so good, talismanic in fact, since he's come back from German side Fortuna Düsseldorf. see now how they can cope without Gekiomai. Now put on a cross, return, taking shots at will. Still running rings around this midfield. Dropping like flies at the moment, aren't they? Got to be careful. Well, one of those smack on the opposition, that's going to hurt. Well, as much as they've created all these shot opportunities, I think Yahiro Kazama will be pretty disappointed. They haven't managed to get an opening just yet. Unless something turns up here. Across the goal, another fantastic save. Okubo with an attempted bicycle kick. Kushibiki has pulled off two superb saves tonight. It's kept his team right in it. Right across goal, that was the right technique. There's a boot to the face there. Unintentional, of course, just trying to get that. Well, that did connect. That's gotta hurt. Koto Sugiyama. Just a bit of a talking to. I don't think there's anything intentional there. Coming up to the end of the first half now.
Doncic wins the ball, which is something you'd expect. Not getting the second, no one's coming to get the secondary ball. Need that final delivery to be a little better, and that's why Okubo is getting increasingly frustrated with his teammates. It was a good run down that right flank, which was not chosen as an option. Surely that's a foul by Doncic, who's hurt himself in the process. Time for perhaps a couple more attempts. Morizato. I think personally he's been the man of the match so far as shimizu Espals has been concerned. 20-year-old goalkeeper. Satoshi Kushibiki. He's done well.
Chasing well, Okubo. He'll keep running around. Possession around 50-50 at the moment. Disappointing that final ball. Shimizu need to be a bit more determined as well. Can't just be sitting back. Across. Morizato. Ugawa. Yoshida wins it back. Goalkeeper clears it. Doncic again with the header. Looking for him again. He won't get there this time. Pretty tame ending to the first half, which has seen a fair bit of action. Kawasaki Frontale have been the dominant team. Have had a few chances. None of them have been taken. Okubo's been involved in all the very best things. You'd have to say Doncic probably their best attacking player. Genki Obai has been injured and is off as well, which is a big blow to Shimizu Espals. And in the drizzling rain here at the Todoroki Stadium, the halftime score is Kawasaki Frontale 0, Shimizu Espals 0. We'll take a short break and be back with the second half. Do stay with us.
J リーグ。
Welcome back to the second half then of this J-League match between Kawasaki Frontale and Shimizu S-Pulse. Just saw some highlights there of the first half in which it was all about Kawasaki Frontale and the chances that they had. They just weren't able to score. Players like Renato, Yajima, Okubo, Kobayashi all involved in those opportunities. Shimizu handicapped by the absence, or the enforced absence of Genki Omai, who went off injured. Remember, he's back on return from Fortuna Düsseldorf. He was last season's top scorer as well. And he's already, in his brief appearance back in the club, 7 goals in 10 appearances. So, big blow for them. Zidane Radoncic on the ball now. He's been lively. He too has only played 11 games, so it's around the time when Omai and Radoncic came into the club that they've started really making a difference. Another dipping ball from Renato. Let's just see how these sides performed last season. We'll start with Kawasaki Frontale, who finished 8th, so pretty much what they are now. 14 games won, 8 losses, 8 draws rather, 12 losses. They scored 51 goals, so they've already smashed that one, having scored 58. And they conceded 50, which they're on right now. So looks like they'll score more and concede more this season. At this stadium, the Todoroki, it was a pretty poor record They lost more games than they won. 7 wins, 2 draws, 8 defeats. Scored 25 goals here and conceded 26. 26 goals scored was conceded. Was the 5th worst home defence in the league last year. We'll have a comparison of that shortly. Ended up with 50 points. They were only 3 points away from 4th place. It was nice and tight in that middle pack, but too many home losses, I think. This is where you've got to make it a fortress. That was the worst record, or joint worst record, in the top 15, would you believe? Only 2 clubs, and that is 2 of the bottom 3, lost more games at home. Vissel Kobe and Consadole Sapporo. So massively disappointing. Headed away. They've come back with a little bit more determination in the second half. Shimizu S-Pulse, good to see. Doncic looks determined to get on that score sheet. His fellow forwards have to feel the same way, as determined as he is. Kubo colliding there with Takuya Honda. Nasty challenge. Put his hand up immediately, didn't he? Yoshito Okubo looks concerned enough. No cards. And he's just winded himself as well. Ashin Gotbi has got a few options on the bench. Maybe he's going to try and force the pace of this game. Yuki Natsume and Alan Pinheiro, the 2 strikers. 10 games played between them, not a goal scored. So not great. In fact, both coaches have very few goal-scoring options. This man, Yahiro Kazama, in a similar situation. Just see the way they're passing the ball better in the second half. Shimizu S-Pulse, they're holding on to it in that final third. Big improvement. Imagine that there were some stern words spoken at half-time by Yahiro Kazama to his players. That's going to be a yellow card for sure. Just after he got fouled, Takuya Honda. I think think he's having a little smile at the irony there. The man he brought down was Noborizatov. Renatinho now to take the free kick. We'll be looking at the likes of Shoito, or rather Yajima. It was too deep, wasn't it? He's cutting a pretty frustrated figure tonight, Yoshito Okubo. I'm sure he's very keen to get that top scorer's prize at the end of the season. More importantly, can they make a final push for the Champions League places? Scrappy midfield. Quickly back to Kushibiki, who had an excellent first half. Some fantastic saves from him. A little half-hearted ask for a penalty. Nothing more than that. So we looked at the record of Kawasaki last season. How about their opponents today, Shimizu Pulse? Well, they finished 9th. So again, very similar to where they are right now. 14 wins, 7 draws, 13 defeats. The highest in the top 9. They scored only 39 goals. Off the side netting. Renato. He's had his chances tonight, hasn't he? Kubo with the ball through. Again, he has a tendency of not putting his foot right through the ball. Going more for placing rather than power. They are racking up these chances, Kawasaki. Great ball across, switching play to Renato. Okubo, he's turned well, will he get the free kick? Not given, and he's furious. Meanwhile, here come Shimizu. Radoncic lays it back. Much better pace about the game now. There is Radoncic again, taking a deflection. It will be a corner. A little strange that the keeper let that fly past him when he could have reached out to it. Just have another look at this, and there's a big foot on the ball, and here's where he could have stopped it. Just going back to Shimizu's poor record last season. They were the 4th worst offensive record last season, as the keeper does well, with only 39 goals. They'll be happy that they've already beaten that this season with 44, but they only conceded 40 goals. So they had the 4th best defence last season. They've gone way past that with 52 conceded already. So they've scored more, but they've conceded more, just like Kawasaki have this season. Shimizu, just like Kawasaki, had a terrible record at home. Shimizu had an awful record away. 8 wins and 9 losses in their 17 games. Quite impressive to have the 8 wins, of course, but 9 losses. It really does tarnish the record. That was the 3rd worst away record in the league in terms of losses. They scored only 16 goals away from home. Again, one of the worst, but conceded just 19. They ended up on 49 points, so they were only 4 points away from 4th, as it were. Both teams will surpass last year's performance, pretty sure of that. Renato, that's a good looking ball, just too much on it. Had a very quiet time. You'll hear Nishibe overall in this game. Haven't been as effective going forward in this first and second half, have they? Kawasaki. And that's also a compliment to the way Shimizu have picked things up in the second half. Despite the loss of Genki Omai. This time that you'd imagine both coaches would start to look at that bench. Renato, look at the pace of him. This is where he's dangerous. And the deftest of touches means the ball evades Yoshito Okubo again. Well, he did his bit, didn't he, Renatinho? I think Yajima's just got a little faint touch on that. Hacked away. Doncic trying to get there. Renatinho. Look at that change of pace. I think just trying to overcomplicate things in that final third. Certainly missing the likes of Kengo Nakamura, who make a bit of a difference for Kawasaki, not least because of his goal scoring ability. That's good work from Kobayashi. And finally gets the opening goal. It's onside. And who else? Yoshito Akubo. His 23rd goal of the season. In his 30th appearance, he is the hottest striker in Japan right now, and showed again just why. Beautifully dinked ball into the box, and he timed his run to perfection. Just waited and waited. I think you've also got to look at a bit of the defending here, ball watching. He's not the biggest of men as well. 1.7 meters tall. But he rose majestically and continues that hot scoring form of his. Well, overall, on the balance of play, they do deserve to take the lead. The Shimizu will feel it's been a much better second half. We'll have to go all out now. And you'd imagine the likes of Kazuya Murata or even Kohei Hatanda might have to come on. Well, that'll be relief more than anything else. He's had his chances, he's been frustrated today. That was tight, wasn't it? Radoncic almost came close to the keeper. It was off his line, the Shibe. Renatinho. Back in the ball again, the Brazilian. There's space on that right-hand side. He's picked it up brilliantly. It's just given them a big boost, this goal. 59th of the season. They're joint top scorers now in the J-League, along with Urawa Reds. Escaped one marker. Oh, that was close. Okubo wanted it at the far post. Morizato doing really well. Don't forget, Okubo did well at his time at Wolfsburg in Germany. Came back to Vissel Kobe, and now, of course, with Kawasaki Frontale, showed his worth once again. It's a yellow card for Yosuke Kawai. Absolutely no doubt about that one. They're quite happy now to play a keep ball, as Shimizu try to press forward. Renato. Not enough power on that shot from Okubo, but once again, Kushibiki does well he has been outstanding. All the way back to the goalkeeper. We need to make some changes soon. Towards Radoncic. Off target. And he needs more of those sorts of balls. Let's have a look at the results of these two teams in recent weeks. Start with the away side, Shimizu Espals in all competitions. Go back to the 28th of September where they were playing Venfore Kofu. Venfore just above the relegation zone. No surprises, Shimizu won 2-1 at home. On the 5th of October they were away to Sanfrecce Hiroshima, who are title contenders, currently second. They lost 3-1, again probably not a surprise. On the 14th of October, at home to Zweigen Kanazawa, lower division team in the Empress Cup third round. They won 3-2. 19th of October, Shimizu at home to Sagan Tosu, who are 14th. It was a 10-goal thriller in which Shimizu edged Sagan Tosu 6-4. Renato goes for goal himself. Disappointed with his effort. Kazama not happy. Perhaps he should have used the overlapping run. Puts his hand up in apology. Did have Yamamoto as an option. Onside, by the way, Renato. He'll love these kind of situations. Lovely little back heel there. It's got to be a booking. Too much trickery for Ishige. That was a silly, unwanted trip, really. So, who will take this? You'd think it would be a right footer like Yamamoto. With a
way Renato's standing over it.
Yu Kobayashi's had a busy night tonight. He's done well. He will be replaced by the Brazilian Alan Pinheiro. He's moved across from Vitória, Brazil. This is his 10th appearance, but bizarre because he hasn't scored a goal yet. So it seems sorry that hasn't worked. That's a good save. Kushibiki, well done again to Renato. Got a good hand to that. Pretty straightforward in the end. That's a good determination. That almost slipped in, didn't it? Kubo immediately puts his hand up. There were options to his left. I think he's entitled to do something on his own. Just going back to those results, and in their last game on the 27th of October, the last league game, it's been a bit of a break. They edged their arch rivals Jubilo Iwata 1-0 away from home. It's a local derby, by the way. But this should be two. Oh, once again, Kushibiki has just shown how good goalkeeper he is. That's cleared off the line. What does Renato need to do to score a goal tonight? He can't believe it. It's a great ball over the defence. Kushibiki stayed on his feet for as long as he could. He feigned once, but what a clearance on the line. A little wry smile from the Brazilian. He looks well worth the 12th goal of the season. Offside is a call. So those last five games in all competitions, Shimizu in actually pretty decent form. 4 wins and a loss. If you look at just their J-League form, it's they lost to Yokohama F. Marinos, who are top of the table on the 21st of September. Which would mean it's 3 wins and 2 losses. Still not bad. they're on a 2-match winning streak at the moment. Though both those teams were inside the bottom 5. Where does that leave them in the table? Shimizu West Pulse, 13 wins, 5 draws, 12 losses, 44 goals scored, 52 conceded. Away from home, 5 wins, 3 draws, 7 defeats. Again, a poor away record. They scored 18 goals away from home. That is an improvement from last season. They've conceded 25. It's just not been great, has it? Their record away from home. And again, their home form has been pretty poor as well. Ball kicked out of play for an injury. Ryoto Oshima, maybe with cramp, perhaps. Kentaro Moriya will be coming on shortly. Looks like he replaced Ryoto Oshima. So, Shimizu West Pulse find themselves in 10th place on 44 points. A win here today would have brought them up to 8th. That's unlikely to happen. Inside the final 10 minutes here. Okubo, will he get a second? He's certainly looking for it. We'll get a corner. Lovely control. Shibiki does enough. Certainly a foul, possibly even a yellow card. Let's have a look. Kumiyama with the foul. Honda now taken off. Ryo Takeuchi, 22-year-old midfielder, does often make substitute appearances, 24 appearances this season. Now, what about the record of Kawasaki Frontale? How have they done this season? Their results. They've been involved in number of different competitions. On the 6th of October, they were at home to Kashiwa Reysol. Kashiwa not having a very good season in 12th. They beat Kashiwa 3-1. They were involved in the J-League Cup semi-finals on the 12th of October, away to Urawa Reds, who are third in the moment. They lost 1-0. They beat Tokyo Verdy, lower division Tokyo Verdy, in the Empress Cup on the 16th of October. They won 3-0. 19th of October, they were at home to Jubilo Wata, who are second last and won 2-1. Finally, they got hammered by Kashmantlers, who are in 4th place, 4-1. One was away on the 27th. And that really has put their chances of making the AFC Champions League next year in jeopardy. So 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches in all competitions. What about in the J-League alone? On the 20th of September, they were away to Nagoya Grampus and they won 2-1. Nagoya also having a poor season in 11th. Prior to that, they lost at home to Saigon Tosu, 5th from bottom. That was a very disappointing result. I think they'll be the first to admit that. So 3 wins sandwiched by 2 losses. Lovely ball rolled into the path of Okubo. Was there a foul there? It's a penalty. Right at the end of this game, Renato rolling the ball into the path of Okubo. There seemed to be some contact on the striker. And he is not leaving anyone in doubt as to who's going to take that penalty. Beautifully weighted ball. That looked like a delayed reaction, has to be said. Once you put your arms on someone, you are always liable to give away a penalty. That's defending 101. Now, can Kushibiki, who's had an outstanding game, pull off one more fantastic save to deny Japan's hottest striker? No, he can't. Well, Kubo with goal number 24. There is no stopping this man. They're now looking rampant. By the way, that is the total number of goals. You just saw there, 111 that he's scored in his career in 270 appearances, but he's just scored a couple more now. So 113. Is there time for a hat-trick, perhaps? So after the results I told you about Kawasaki, how are they doing in the table? 14 wins, 6 draws, 10 defeats, 58 goals scored. This result possibly makes them the highest scorer in the league. 50 conceded. Yes, that makes them one of the worst defences in the league, by the way, 5th worst. At home here, a much better record than last year.
9 wins, 4 draws, 2 defeats. They've scored 32 goals in the stadium. They conceded 18. And 48 points. With the win tonight, they'll move up to 6th place. Yeah, 6th place, but still maybe just a touch too far away from Champions League football. The head-to-head of these sides in recent times. A long time since Shimizu has actually beaten Kawasaki frontale. Hiroki Ito about to come on. Final substitution for Kawasaki. It's been 7 matches since Shimizu actually beat Kawasaki. That was 2-0 at home on the 29th of August 2010. So now and then there's been 3 Kawasaki wins and 3 draws. Renato makes his way off. He's been fantastic tonight. Really well done. Superb play from him. Deserved a goal. Unfortunately didn't get it. Yes, Kawasaki beat Shimizu earlier this year on the 6th of June, 6th of May rather, 2-1 away. They also met in the J-League Cup on the 10th of April, 0-0. Kawasaki was at home that day here in the stadium. They certainly had the bulk of opportunities. In the last 18 games, there have been 5 wins for Kawasaki, 6 draws and 7 wins for Shimizu. In this stadium though, in the last 9 games, 3 wins for Kawasaki, 5 draws, just 1 win for Shimizu. That goes all the way back to the 14th of May 2005. That's the last time Shimizu actually beat Kawasaki here. Since that time, there have been 5 draws and 3 losses that have gone against Shimizu S-Pulse. In this stadium, or rather in the total of 18 games. Surprising though that Kawasaki have won less games than Shimizu, but they've scored 21 goals. Shimizu have scored 26 in this stadium, where Shimizu have a terrible record. Kawasaki have scored 10 goals. Shimizu have scored 8. Shimizu clearly, both teams clearly better on their home patch against each other. Can he get his hat-trick? Okubo is desperate for it, isn't he? He's not even looking at anyone else, which perhaps is a little bit frustrating. And then he decides to go for the corner flag. He should get a foul there. Not given. Just making sure it's okay, Okubo.
think Shimizu S Pulse have certainly missed Calvin Young up in. Defensive solidity at the back with the suspension. But it doesn't matter, it's all academic. As Takuto Okabe blows the final whistle on a reasonably entertaining game in which Kawasaki Frontale have pretty much dominated most of it. And it's this man, once again, who proves just why he is the #1 hotshot striker in the country. 2 goals from him, both in the second half. One a header, the other one a penalty. To confirm yet another victory for Kawasaki Frontale. They've been on a good run against Shimizu S Pulse in recent years. The last time they won here was back on the 14th of May 2005, a very long time ago, and that poor streak continues. Fully deserved the Kawasaki Frontale, but a quick spare thought for Masatoshi Kushibiki, the goalkeeper. What a game he had for Shimizu. Not enough though to prevent this loss. A final score here at the Todoroki Stadium: Kawasaki Frontale 2, Shimizu S Pulse 0. Thanks a lot for joining us. See you again soon.
放送席、そしてスタジアムの皆さん、今日のヒーロー、大久保嘉人選手です。おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
チームみんなで勝ち取った勝ち点3ですね。
いやー、そうですね、本当同じようなサッカーしてたのでどうなるかと思ってましたけど、本当、予想通りでしたね。はい。